First episode of Stranger Things. Will Byers has a choice: cast protection or fireball against the Demogorgon. He chooses the risky spell, a fireball, and the die clatters off the table. Moments later, Will tells Mike with a shaky smile, "I rolled a 7. The Demogorgon got me." This missed fireball has haunted us since season 1, and it might just foreshadow how season 5 will end. Today we're diving deep into Dungeons & Dragons parallels that have guided Stranger Things from the very start, and how they point to an epic final showdown. Could Will the Wise, the shy wizard of the party, be destined to land the final fireball on Vecna? Let's roll for initiative and find out. From day one, Dungeons & Dragons has been the beating heart of Stranger Things' story. The kids' campaigns aren't just games, they're prophecies in plain sight. In the pilot episode, Mike's basement campaign introduced a Demogorgon, and mere hours later, a real Demogorgon snatched Will into the Upside Down. The show famously names its monsters after D&D legends: the Demogorgon, the Mind Flayer, Vecna, mirroring them in terrifying ways. It's as if the kids' imaginations are predicting the very horrors they will face. At the end of season 1, after defeating the Demogorgon with Eleven's help, the party plays one last epilogue campaign. This time their foe is the Thessal Hydra, a multi-headed beast from D&D lore. Will's cleric character casts Fireball and actually kills the Thessal Hydra in the game, a triumphant reversal of his earlier failure. Fans long suspected this was a clue, and indeed, in season 2, the kids faced a new multi-headed threat, the Mind Flayer's tunnels and offspring, much like a Hydra's regenerative heads. Stranger Things has consistently used D&D as a meta-narrative. The Hellfire Club campaign in season 4 pitted the gang against Vecna in a dice battle, foreshadowing Vecna's emergence as the real big bad. In that game, Erica rolled a 20 and slew the imaginary Vecna in one blow, perhaps hinting that an unexpected hero will deal Vecna's killing strike in reality. Nothing in those basement games is accidental. The Duffer Brothers planted a roadmap of monsters and outcomes. Will Byers has always been symbolized by the wizard. His D&D alter ego, Will the Wise, wears robes and a pointy hat. In season 1, he was the party's cleric who failed to cast that decisive fireball, and in the very next moment, he paid the price by vanishing from our world. But all signs point to season 5 finally putting Will in the spotlight as a true force to be reckoned with. Remember season 2, when Will was possessed by the Mind Flayer? He became a passive vessel of the enemy. Yet even then, there were hints of an inner strength. He managed to tap out messages to his family through Morse code, resisting the monster's control. In season 3, we finally see Will try to reclaim his identity through D&D, but it's not easy. His friends are growing up, drifting into relationships, and can't find time for the game. It's in that instant that the real magic moment happens. In the campaign, Mike makes the heroic move, staying behind as a paladin to hold off imaginary enemies so the villagers can escape. It's subtle, but it's the essence of protecting the party at all costs, the same ethic that will define their endgame in season 5. It's not just a campaign move, it's the mindset that beckons Mike and Will back together when the final battle comes. In season 4, Will played a quieter role, but his closeness to the Upside Down grew. He painted a visionary painting for Mike that turned out to be hugely symbolic. It showed Mike, Will, Dustin, and Lucas as knights and mages battling a gigantic 3-headed dragon. In the painting, Mike is the knight with a heart emblazoned shield, the leader and heart of the team, and Will depicted himself as the mage casting spells behind him. This isn't just cute artwork, it feels like a prophecy. The red 3-headed dragon has no direct counterpart in the show yet, but it screams final season boss fight. We'll talk more about that dragon in a moment. The key is that Will's imaginative art places him and his friends in their D&D roles, victorious against a great evil. One quick shot in the teaser has sent the fandom buzzing. A scene of Will standing against what looks like Vecna, with flames swirling in Will's hands. It happens in a flash, but eagle-eyed fans speculated that Will is actually hurling a fireball at Vecna, and Vecna is shielding himself. Could it be true? If so, the show is directly visualizing that long-awaited moment. Will finally using fire against the ultimate evil, just like in the D&D game that started it all. Let's talk about Vecna. Vecna is essentially a dark wizard in D&D lore, and in Stranger Things, he's the mastermind behind the Mind Flayers invasion, the general of the Upside Down. Vecna is now recuperating and undoubtedly evolving into something even more fearsome. We saw the Upside Down begin bleeding into Hawkins, giant gates ripping open, as Vecna's 4 kills plan succeeded despite his injuries. Now he's out there, hiding, likely plotting a final strike. In D&D terms, Vecna might have one last form up his sleeve. Fans have theorized he could merge with the shadow monster, Mind Flayer, or harness its power to become a godlike entity. The Duffer Brothers have been setting up this D&D prophecy since season 1. Will declaring, "I cast Fireball," Mike sacrificing himself as the knight, and the group always fighting together as a party. In season 5, that prophecy will finally pay off. Whether it's Will unleashing a real fireball at Vecna, Mike making the ultimate sacrifice to protect the villagers, his friends, or the whole party combining their strengths, the final battle will mirror the game they've been playing since day 1. Just like in D&D, they'll only win if every move, every sacrifice, and every ounce of courage comes together.